Welcome to another Seek Out the Adventure video where you will be inspired to live an unusual and exciting life. Today we are doing a this versus that video review. We are going to be comparing the Blue Ice Octopus Crag Pack with the Edelrid Rope Rider Crag Pack. Both of these backpacks are clamshell style climbing packs that are both in the 45-liter range. And amongst all of the clamshell style crag packs that are available in the United States, these two are the most comparable. They're very close in price, very close in weight, very close in features, but they do differ one from the other. And so that's why we are going to discuss what their differences are so that you can make an educated decision on whether you want to go with the Octopus or the Rope Rider. So let's first start off with what can these carry? Because they're both in the 45-liter range, you would assume that you can carry the same amount of gear. Well, in this one, mind how they open. This one opens this way. We have a helmet. We have a belay rappel system. We have harness. We have rack of draws and a 70-meter rope. Now obviously there's other things that we would carry like climbing shoes, chalk bag, maybe belay glasses, a jacket, some food, water bottle. And for the most part you can get all of that in there. By the time you start putting food and jacket in there, you might start desiring to put a helmet on the outside or maybe drape the rope on the outside. For the Octopus, pretty much got the same amount of stuff. Now mind that this one opens this way. Make note of that. Do you prefer it opening that way or this way? We've got a 70-meter rope bundled up in the tarp. We've got harness, rack of draws, helmet, and belay rappel system. And likewise, once you start putting shoes, chalk bag, belay glasses, water bottle, jacket in here, you're starting to reach the point where you might need to start putting a helmet or a rope on the outside. So let's quickly go to the outside of these packs and compare them. So starting with the back panels, you will find that the Rope Rider has a slightly structured, flexible back panel, and the Octopus just has a padded back panel. Very little structure here, a little bit of structure here. In terms of shoulder straps, they're about the same cushiness. This feels a little more like memory foam. This feels more just like basic EPE foam. Both have a sternum strap that can adjust height-wise and lengthwise. You have adjustable shoulder straps. The nice thing about these shoulder straps is you can unclip them, stow them away if you need to for whatever reason. These are not stowable. You can detach them by just running this through the adjuster and they'd be loose just like this, but you would have nowhere to put the strap. The waist belt, both of them are just minimalistic webbing waist belts. Both of them are removable. This one is just Velcroed inside this little area. These are girth hitched on here. If we move to the front of the pack, you will find that the Edelrid Rope Rider has a lot more attachment points on the outside. The Blue Ice Octopus only has 4 little loops right here that primarily is for their helmet holder, kind of a helmet hammock that will strap it down there, but you could also use other forms of straps and maybe conjure up something to strap a rope to the outside of your pack. But here on the Rope Rider, you have these compression straps. You could easily strap your jacket to the side of the pack. You've got these daisy chains that you can also fashion your helmet or anything else that you need to if you're overloading the inside of the pack. So you've got more mounting abilities on the Rope Rider than you do the Octopus. The Octopus does have 2 carry handles, one on the side for briefcase carrying and one in the typical top spot. The Rope Rider just has the 1 carry handle. One thing that is nice about the Rope Rider is the base of it is structured with a pad, and it allows it to be standing up straight, which is very convenient in a lot of ways. This, with nothing in it, kind of stands up. But once you have gear in it, it It does a little better at standing up, but you really need to like get it balanced. Otherwise, it really doesn't stand up. You're going to want to always lay it down like that. When this one, you can kind of keep it at bay. In terms of external pockets, we have two pretty spacious pockets on the Octopus versus the one spacious pocket on the Rope Rider. And that takes us to the inside. Internally, on the inside of the back panel, on the Rope Rider, you will find one flat sleeve. It primarily is for your folded tarp to keep the dirty tarp away from all your clean climbing gear. But you could put a standard size guidebook in there if you wanted to. On the inside of the back panel, on the Octopus, you have a stretch mesh pouch, and you have a nice zippered pocket there. In the main compartment itself, the Rope Rider has pretty much nothing except for these two grab handles, which are very nice when you just want to jump from one route to another. You take all your gear, throw it in, just quickly flap this over, grab the two handles and kind of carry it over. The Octopus doesn't have anything like that. Inside the Octopus's main compartment, there's two gear loops for attaching certain items that you want to have just in a dedicated spot. There's really no gear loops in here unless you use the grab handles as gear loops, which could be a pretty good alternative there. Other than that, the insides, there's not much more to talk about. Like I said, these two are very similar in the sense that they are very minimalistic. And because of that, it allows them to be sold at a very low price compared to the other clamshell 45-liter crag packs. And the weight is also very low. So what are the weight comparisons? This pack takes first place in weight. The Octopus is 2 pounds and the Rope Rider is 2.5 pounds. This pack then takes first place in price. This is a $100 pack and this is a $120 pack. The nice thing about these two packs, very close in weight, very close in price. The other clamshell 45-liter packs that are available in the US, they are easily 3 to 4.5 pounds and easily $140 to $275 in price. So you can see why these two packs would be very ideal for those that want to keep weight down, they want to keep the cost down, and they're very functional, they're very minimalistic, and therefore you don't have to pay for all of the amazing features that some of these other packs claim to have. And so with that, is a very good economical choice, very basic, but it gets the job done. And as you can see, they both carry the same amount of gear. In terms of measurements, if you were to measure the two, you would notice that this one in some of its measurements might be like a 1/2 inch to a whole inch bigger than this one, but in the end, they tend to carry the same amount of gear. If you have a question about either of these backpacks, feel free to leave a question in the comments below. I do have individual review videos for both the Rope Rider and the Octopus, so check those out on our channel. And other than that, stay tuned, because if I can get my hands on some of these other clamshell 45-liter crag packs that are out here, I'm going to be reviewing them, so stay tuned for those.